What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday morning. Today we're going to be talking about what's in this box. So it's just a leveling kit for the ZR2. So we'll see what happens. So let's open up and see what it's like. So let's do it. So I gotta say, the machining on here and they give you really nice bolts or nuts. The machining of this aluminum is incredible. It's actually really nice material they got going on. This is actually by CCE, Level Up. Like I said, it's just a spacer lift kit, just literally to raise up the front to match the rear. And you should be able to get some 35s on there. I've seen some people do it kind of already. So we'll see how much clearance between factory. We're going to measure from basically the floor to roughly this edge right here. See how much it actually gives me compared to what the rear is. So let's get to the install. I think this will be actually a pretty fun video. And first, guess a little mod. I do want to end up getting their lift kit out. I know when I was talking to them on Instagram, they said they're about 6 weeks out or so for the ZR2. I want the I think it's from 1 to 2 inch lift kit on here. I think that's gonna look pretty nice. I would like to get a 3 inch. I think the 3 inch will actually be perfect. But I think their lift kit would probably I don't know, we'll have to see what happens, I guess. So let's get into the install. So one thing I kind of wanted to do real quick is actually measure this. Put it right there. So when you grab, I always like to start to get the most accurate, so we'll just do it. So it's roughly 3/4 of an inch. So it's not too shabby. Like I said, this is a super nice aluminum that they got going on here, and let's jump into it. Morning. Today is now actually Sunday. I was gonna put it on yesterday. I had actually one tire actually pulled off, but I had some stuff to do, so we gotta get it on tomorrow, because we're gonna take this over to the dealership tomorrow after work to get an alignment done. So let's just jump right into this, and let's go over what kind of tools you guys are gonna need. So those tools are really basically all you really need is a 10. Basically really all you just really need is a 10, 15, 18, 21, a 15 socket, an 18 socket, a wrench, a ratchet, a couple hammers to break off the ball joints, and that should be about it. If you have a couple of these, get a couple. I'm gonna go over my toolbox and grab a couple other ones. So let's just jump right into this. First off, let's measure our height. I'm measuring from the ground all the way to about right here, to about right to the edge or so, and then we're gonna write it down to see what we actually get. So it looks like
possible. So it looks like we are just a tad under 39. So it looks like we're about 39, and let's just call it 3/4.
Let's go to the back. Back here,
we are roughly at, we'll just say 40 3/4.
pretty close. So I'm just gonna write that down in my little notes. So I'm already gonna assume that you guys already know how to lift up your truck. So let's just fast forward to that. So I'd like to say, first off, I know I said it before, the quality of these are amazing. Really very nice machine aluminum, by CNC, by Level Up. I mean, these things are nice for, I think, $80 or so what I paid for it, plus the shipping. I think it was $100 basically. Worth it. If you just want a leveling kit, I mean, so far the product is amazing. Very good quality metal that they use. Let's jump into it.
So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take off the tie rod, which this is a 15 and a 10 mil, and then to pop out your ball joint right here, you're just going to take basically a hammer and just whack it until it falls off. Or if you do what I do, take this nut, reverse it, should be able to just whack it straight down. So let's just jump right into it. One thing is, if you take a soft blow hammer, just hit it right here. Luckily it's still brand new, and with not rusting, it just literally popped right out. And hopefully all these bolts are like that. So this is the first one you're going to tackle and bleed. Next, you're going to take a 15 mil socket, and you're going to undo these bolts down here. This holds on the bottom of the shock. Then the next thing you're going to want to do is take care of all these clips. Go get yourself one of these crow's foot, a little small little crow's foot. Pop them all off. This should pop out right here. Next, we're going to take this back bolt that holds on to your sway bar link. You're going to use a 21 and a 10 on there, and loosen that up. So hopefully we can get this to drop down a little bit. So in the instructions, it does tell you to loosen this one up. I'm gonna try not to. It came out really easy. I'm gonna try not to loosen that at all. So we'll see what happens. It's gonna go. So it just slides right on there like that. There's basically your leveling kit right there. So you're just adding this basically 3/4 of an inch aluminum up top, and now we just got to do it in reverse, put it back together. I did forget to mention, grab 3 of these. These are going to be your new top washers. Just be careful putting them on. I just go up there and CCE. I guess the way that it's leveled out is kind of facing more of a diagonal or the backside of the shock. So she's looking good. In the instructions, it does say to loosen this up to drop it. It probably would make it easier, but all I did was push down and it fit right in like a glove. So yeah, let's just bolt this thing back together. So just for an FYI, I did have to loosen this bolt up just to get this back one. This one's not so bad. It's this back bolt that's kind of a pain. So I didn't take it off all the way, but definitely had to drop it down a little bit just to get it to seat right. So almost finished with this side. So that's basically the install. First, obviously taking off your wheels and tires. Oh, move this around. So obviously you're taking off the wheels and tires first, obviously. Taking the tie rod out right here. Loosen this, you don't have to take it off all the way, just kind of just get enough to sit in there. Take these bolts off, undo these wires going down to here. I just moved this one bolt on the, so this little bracket swings over here so you can take off the sway bar link. And then your bolts up here and just pull it out and shove it right in there. Ooh, it's hot out here today. Ooh. Make sure you're drinking your water. And now I need a shave. But that's an easy install. I'm just gonna put my camera on a time lapse to do the other side, and we're gonna measure up to see how high we got. So I got the measurements that we took before we started the project on my phone. So we have, I believe it was 39 3/4 and 40 3/4 in the rear. So that would make it about even. So let's just jump right into it. Something on the passenger side up top. It may be hard to see, but you have this body wire. It's right here. So there's two of these on the back bolts of the shock. So on the front side of it, I ended up having just to cut off, and all I'm going to do is just zip tie that back around and put that back on, because it was that one was probably the worst bolt to get off is right there. So worst part why it's so hard, that's this body right there, so you don't really have that much room to deal with. But yeah, she looks good. So let's just grab a zip tie. And we'll just grab one of these. If I can hold on to it here. So then so we can reuse it. So this is going to be the downside. And we'll just wrap this around the body wire and we can reuse it. So that was the worst part of the whole thing on that side. So now we just have to torque down the
lug nuts on both tires, and let's get at her. So there you go, guys. We have the lift kit on. Get up in there. You know, there, CCM right there. Definitely can tell the wheel gap is a little bit bigger, and matches this quite well. So let's do a measuring. So on the front one we had 39 3/4, so we need to be at around 40. Ooh. It's almost spot on. About 40, 43 4 or 3/4, I mean. And about the same on the back. So we went from sorry, it's kind of hot out here today. So we went from the front. We ended up going with the 1-inch spacer from CCM. This is not a sponsored video. I paid full price for it. It was what, $85 plus shipping and taxes. I think it was $103 for the leveling kit and whatnot. So not too bad of a price. So I think it's kind of reasonable. Which $100, not too bad. But you do get a lot. It looks a lot nicer now. So let's get this thing outside. And should we get it outside? Sure, why not? Nah, my hands are dirty. I don't want to get in there. I will definitely leave a link in the description down below. This is, like I said, this is not sponsored. They did not send this to me. They I mean, I guess technically they sent it to me. I paid for it, but it looks a lot nicer now. Highly recommend this because there's not too much. There you go. That's better. There's not too much of a lift kit out for these things yet. So I know they're working on one. It's like I would like to get there with a 2 to 3 inch or so, or 1 to 2 inch lift kit on here. Really like a 3-inch. I think that's gonna be perfect. And with that much, even with that 1 inch, I think we can, I think we can get 35s on it. So that's my first mod on the truck. Is a leveling kit. Ooh, it's hot out here. And you know, I think without the filming aspect of it, I think it took me 2 hours for both sides. It wasn't very hard. It's just really unbolting a couple things and slapping the little bracket on and whatnot. So if this is all you're kind of looking for, I would highly recommend it. Super quality material that they used. The machining on it is very well done, and you can't really ask for just to make it ride level. And you gained an inch in the front end a little bit. So yeah, that's the leveling kit. Next week I'm gonna do a video on my packing of the for my trip that's coming up on Thursday. We're leaving Thursday after work, and you know, so we're gonna have my refrigerator in the back. I have an ARB fridge, which is nice that these things do come with a plug in the back. One of my Gladiator, I ended up having to order one off of Amazon, and all my setup. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I greatly appreciate you smashing that like button, smashing that subscribe button if this is your first time checking out my videos. My name is Tony. We're all about the ZR2, and this is funny. I'm gonna show you. So I'll go before I end up going. We're going out with a lot of Jeep guys. They're all my buddies, all good people. You know, and there's gonna be 2 ZR2s. There's gonna be my ZR2, and then there's gonna be the older gen ZR2. And on the little Facebook group that we have going on, we put this on there. Yeah, maybe hard to see, but it's a little Chevy that says the Jeep tow truck. So that was just as just a funny joke and whatnot. I absolutely love Jeep, so I just had to poke the bear a little bit, you know, just for fun. So we'll catch you guys on the next one.